Welcome back. Welcome back to the Yellow Couch Chit Chat, guys. Today I'm going to be talking about me quitting bad habits. Listen, quitting bad habits was the best thing that I ever did for myself, okay? If you know me since like high school, you know that I was a heavy smoker. I used to smoke like 10 blunts a day. Ooh, I used to do so much. I used to do so many drogas. Let me tell you. So I understand a lot of people that are suffering with this, that still have these bad habits that it's very hard to let go of. But I'm here to tell you it's a mental thing and you can do it, okay? You are strong, you are positive, you can do it. Especially if you really want to stop, you can stop, okay? It's all in your head. It is a challenge, but if you want to be healthier mentally, physically, emotionally, then you have to do these things for yourself, okay? I'm going to tell you a lot about me too because I was there. Don't ever think that I wasn't there. I was there. I was in your corner, nana, nene. And I honestly think I was worse. I was suffering. I was trying to cope with things and me thinking that going to these kind of drugs was it. I wanted to be down. It was not it for me. I had to suffer and go through a lot of traumas for me to finally break through it and not want to do it again. I just say no. No, I do not judge you if you do any of the things that I'm going to mention. I'm not a judger, okay? If you want to do that, you do that, but there's certain things that I just don't do anymore because I've already surpassed that. I've already confronted my demons and yeah, I'm more wiser. I'm more dependent on my health. Okay? I'm not depending on any of these things that are bad for me because yo, in the long run, you are going to feel the pain. I'm going to speak in code because I don't know if I'm supposed to say these things, but I had a group of best friends that were called La Drogas. If you know what I'm saying, you understand me, okay? One of them was called Perky. The other one was called Molly. The other one was called Cocaine. The other one was called Marijuana. The other one was called Nicotine. Like, let me tell you, I've been through my share of bad habits and it is okay. All right. I have no shame in my game. I'm not afraid to tell you guys what I've been through because I don't care about anybody trying to hold it over my head or judging me. You know, this is a judge-free zone, all right? We don't judge over here. We listen, we don't judge. All right? And if this is going to help you overcome and change and heal and want better for yourself, I'm here for you, okay? I hope that this reaches all of the people that want to quit and need guidance because I'm here to support you. All right. I'm also here to support you if you still want to do it. All right. Because it is what it is, you know, until you're ready to change, until you're ready to progress and mentally do it for yourself, mentally do this challenge. It's really up to you. It's really on your time. Okay. I'm glad. I'm so grateful that I've overcome these things, that I did it on my time. And it was hard. It was not easy, but I broke through and I'm very strong. I can say no now. I can be like, okay, no, I don't want to do that. I'm good. This is not my thing no more. It was, and I can speak on the traumas, the bad experiences, because it does happen. Okay, I had to go through bad experiences to end up not wanting to do it no more. So I think that was God's plan for me. So, and it was my choices in life, and it is what it is. It's okay. All right. Don't ever think that what you went through with these certain things, it's not important. It's very important. Okay. Because you need to reflect on yourself, especially when you've healed. Like, oh, wow, damn. I haven't did this in a minute. Like, wow, I feel good. You feel mentally good, physically, emotionally, everything. You feel so much powerful, so much more active. When I was doing marijuana, I was so lazy. That's what I started with when I was 16. I started with my bestie marijuana. She was my everything. Let me tell you. I thought that I was getting better with anxiety. No, it was making me worse. My lungs was just, I would wake up and I would wake up before I brush my teeth, just grab it because it was a clip and just, because I didn't know no better. My second bestie was Perky's. And that one was, I was in a hole. I digged myself in a deep hole. I was so addicted to them. And I was 18 years old. I stopped like every day doing it when I was like 21. So just imagine me doing it from 18 to 21. And the more you do it, the more you need. So you get me? You get what I'm saying? So at first it was bananas, then it was 30s. So it, I had to learn the hard way, and I'm so amazed at myself. I'm so glad that I don't want to do these things no more. But I did. I did. Don't ever forget that I did do it. All right, because I did. It was so much fun for me in the moment. But then when you reflect on it while you heal, it's like, no, it actually was bad for me, and I was just depressed. I was going through so much stress, so much trauma, just so much BS that it is what it is. I love myself today even more. Knowing that I don't have to depend on these things, it's like, okay, you're strong. Like you are wise. You have overcome these things. And it's like, okay, you could conquer the world, you know? Quitting these things is rapid. Now, if you quit everything at the same time, God bless you. Okay, you are very strong. You could really do whatever you put your mind to, cuz that's like if you stop all of these things at once, I feel like wow, mentally you are just you yeah, you more than strong. You Superman. Hey, I'm not gonna I just thank God I wasn't doing everything all at the same time because I probably would have went crazy. I don't even know what I would have done with myself if I had to stop it all at once. So yeah, kudos to you. If you have done it, there's a lot of people that have done it all at once and haven't gone back. I salute you. All right. We here. When you do stop these things, it's life altering health benefits. Okay. You don't wake up with with a throat like you don't wake up sick. You don't wake up feeling like you have so much phlegm built up and then when you spit it out it's just dark. You don't feel lazy. You feel more active. You feel more productive. You feel like you could do anything. When you stop smoking cigarettes and weed, I live in the Bronx, so a lot of people smoke grabba. And it is worse than nicotine, let me tell you, okay? It is no good for you. And it is what it is. When I used to smoke it, I actually enjoyed it with the marijuana. So for me, from everybody's different. Everybody's body is different. They function differently, okay? But for me, I couldn't I couldn't do just marijuana with paper, especially because I would cough and I would not even want to finish because of how much I was coughing. It affected me so bad. But with grabba, I didn't cough. But mixing those two things together is just horrible. It's so bad for your lungs, so bad for your body, so bad for your health. But the minute but the minute you stop doing it, your blood pressure and heart rate drop within 20 minutes. So I'm telling you, it is so much more healthier for you to stop these things, these bad habits, because you are only going to get worse in the long run. Something is going to happen to you because these things are not good for you. Everybody knows this, but a lot of people are hard headed and they don't care. You should start caring, especially the older you get. You should start caring. Like, I stopped when I was 29. So just imagine I started when I was 16. So all of those years, it takes a toll on you. It doesn't matter when you start, it all takes a toll on you, okay? Now, if you don't stop, that's on you. But I'm just telling you, it is going to take a toll on you. Some point of your life, you are going to be feeling like, you're going to be feeling so down, so depressed. And a lot of people think that marijuana is like a cope mechanism. Like you're very dependent on it because you feel like this is fun for you on your break time, when you're not doing anything, when you're bored, when you're depressed, when you feel anxiety, when you're mad, when you want to punch somebody in the face, say, no, I gotta let this go. You know, it's actually, it's actually, it's actually not supposed to be like that, but a lot of people make excuses to do it. So I understand because I was like that too. But when you heal, when you finally like realize, like, actually, this was not it. This was not the right thing to do. You'll understand more when you are more healthy with that, you know. But that's all on you. There's everybody has their own road. Everybody walks their own path. But you will understand what I'm saying when you finally stop. Okay? When you finally quit and you're not dependent on it, okay? It is hard to not be dependent on it, especially when you've done it for so long and you're just accustomed to the schedule. It is what it is, but you are mentally strong. You can mentally do this, especially if you don't want to do it no more, right? You can do it. I'm here to tell you, you can do it, right? You can do it. And I think it's crazy because when I stopped, my taste buds and my senses, like me smelling and tasting, sharpened. It got so much better. It was weird. You just become more healthy. You just become more focused. You see everything so clearly. And it is amazing. It is a powerful thing. It is so amazing. When you have withdrawals, that's the time that you have to be so strong. What I did when I had withdrawals, I would start cleaning. I would go on the computer. I would watch TV. I would try my best not to think about it. I would watch series that are very interesting or movies that are very interesting. So I won't be thinking about, oh, let me roll up, let me do, oh, is the, you know, because it is a challenge. It is a big challenge. It is not an easy road, especially the first few weeks, the first 3 days. Oh my God. You feel like you want to punch a wall because you're so dependent on it. You're so used to it. That was a part of your schedule. And to you, it was like, it was fun. It was like, yeah, I feel free, you know? So it is a challenge, okay? I would stay busy with doing something else just so you won't think about it. And then wait until you're tired just so you could just fall asleep and then wake up the next day like, okay, I'm so glad that I didn't do it. I'm so glad that I was strong enough to not do it. The days go by. Like once the days start going by and you're not doing it, you'll feel so much at ease. You'll feel so much better. Now it's different for other people because they could be depressed. They could regret doing this, but it's all a mental thing. You have to understand that it's all in your mental. Now you're gonna feel like you're fighting demons, but that's just a part of the process. That is all normal, okay? Because you're it's a chemical that you're letting go of. So and everybody has two natures. One of them wants to move forward, one of them wants to go back. So you're just fighting. You literally got to get through it. You literally got to get to the finish line. Once you're at the finish line, you like, it wasn't a piece of cake, but I'm so glad that I finished because that doesn't control you. You control yourself. You control your mind. You control whatever you want to do with yourself, with your body, and with your health. So, yeah, right. I recommend that you start and you finish. Because, like, if you really want to start, if you really want to stop, if you really want to quit, and you start quitting, and then you give up, and then you go back to it, you're going to feel a burden on yourself. You're going to feel like, damn, I didn't complete this mission. And it's going to be a cycle because you're going to continue on doing that. And you're going to feel like a failure. Don't fail yourself. And it is normal if you do, but don't continue that cycle because you're just going to be fucked. You know what I'm saying? I don't want you to be mad at yourself. I want you to be happy with your decisions and know the reasons. Always think about the reason you stopped. Always think about what you want better. Always think about the better, the outcome. how you want to be healthy again, how you want to be non-dependent on it, okay? Always think about how you want to repair your body. Always think about what you want different, what you want to do differently with yourself, because that's the goal. Like I said, I also did cocaine, and mixing that with marijuana. Oh my God. I felt so stuck. Like, I felt like, and I was around a really bad environment. So they would be very judgy. Mind you, they were doing mind you, their best friend was Molly too. So it's like, how can you judge me doing something that you don't like? But they judge me because they didn't like it. But it's like, how can you be so judgy if we're all doing different things? Like, and it's just, it was just so, I had bad anxiety. I was really scared, and it is what it is. It was just how, it was what I wanted to do, you know? So they didn't stop me from doing whatever I wanted to do. But mixing those two together, I would just be so low, my frequency would drop to the floor. Like, it's like I would be stuck like this. And nowadays, what people put in these things aren't natural, aren't good for you. So my side effects were just, and then I was working a lot. So it was just like a roller coaster. But I'm so glad that I stopped doing these things because, it was not good for me. I was really going through a lot, and I thought that it would help, but it really didn't help. It made it worse, actually. Like I said, when your brain adjusts to the absence of whatever you're doing, you get withdrawals, and that is normal, okay? It is so normal. Don't ever think that that's not supposed to happen. It is supposed to happen because you are trying to heal. So your brain is going to be triggered. Your body is going to be triggered. And it's all up to you to be focused, to be strong, and to break through this. It can feel like quitting has ruined your life because your brain chemistry and daily routines are facing a massive shock. It's like an agonizing phase of renewal rewiring. Like, this is all new to you. So you have to be patient with yourself and you have to fight it. That's the most important thing. You gotta fight it. You gotta boom, boom. This misery is going to pass you by, okay? You just have to go through it. Don't feel scared. Don't give up because you feel like you can't. You actually can. Mentally, you have to prepare yourself. You have to be mentally strong enough. Talk to yourself, pep talk yourself, look at yourself in the mirror. Like I said, do other things. Distract yourself from wanting to go back to do that. Like, when you feel miserable about it, it's not a permanent reality. It's just a phase. So it's like you lost your automatic stress relief, your built-in brakes, and like your social clutch. So it is normal, all right? You gotta be fit. You gotta be, your noggin gotta be really like alert. And when you feel these things, you have to say no. You gotta be like, no, not today. If anything, call it something, you know? Like, call it a name. Like, not today, Patricia. Not today, Savannah. Like, not today. So you know who's in control, because if that's in control, you are going to fail. You are going to rebel. That withdrawal will take action, and you just gonna do it again. So yeah, make sure you are full in control of your mental and tell your body, no, not today. These things can be like an emotional muffler for you. So just think about how your body is a robot. Your body is a machine. It's not a robot, it's a machine. So just think about your body being like a car. It's like your muffler. It's like something you need, but you really don't need it. You just always was so accustomed to these things that it's like, boom, you got a box. And at the same time, when you fighting it, it's like you're boxing with yourself. So yeah, just get it. Just make sure you are the winner. Don't let it win. It's like years of suppressed anxiety anger and stress are flooding back. And to be honest, that's what gave you more anxiety, more stress, more anger. So if you rewire your brain to think, no, I could do this sober, like if I'm mad, if I'm stressed out, if I have anxiety, I don't need these things to help because technically they're not helping, they're making you worse. You still have anxiety, you still feel stressed, you still feel angry. So, yeah, you have to be in full control of your body, of your mental, of your physical, of your emotions, everything. And it's, like I said, it's a challenge, okay? Like when I stopped, I used to have bad dreams. I used to have like weird dreams too. Because once you stop, everything is you see everything clearly. So like when you like marijuana, I never really had much dreams because I was just so clouded. Like my mind was just cloudy, you know? But when I stopped, the my transition was, if it was a little bad for me because of the dreams that I was having. It wasn't nightmares, but it was dreams that I did not want to dream about, things that I didn't want to think about, things that I thought I let go of already. They just came back in my dreams. And when I woke up, I was just like, ew, why am I even dreaming of these things? Like, what is going on? But then I had to realize like, oh, this is a part of the process. So but now I don't. Now I don't have bad dreams. I don't have these kind of weird dreams no more. But the first month, yeah, I did. Not every day, but yeah, the first month I would have a couple each week. So it is what it is. And like I said, it's a process. Like I said, the process is different for everybody, but I'm just explaining to you how I felt, what I was going through, because it's normal. It's normal. I still fought through it. I still did what I had to do to surpass all of this, to be at the finish line and to look back like, yeah, I did that. I did that. I fought that. Yeah, I feel good. What's next? When you paint these bad habits as a miracle cure, I did it, but it's not healthy. It's not okay. That means that you're going to continue on doing this until something bad happens. And the doctor's gonna tell you, oh, it's because of that. And then you're gonna be like, dang. Knowing good and well that these things you're only making yourself worse. So you know what your future is going to be. You don't know you don't know what kind of health problems you're going to have, but you are going to have some kind of health problems because these things are bad for your body. So yeah, once you really let that sink in and let it settle, you you would want to change. You would want a better, healthy lifestyle for yourself. Because there's so many things. Listen, if you could do bad things, if you could, if you could have bad habits, you could actually have good habits. So I don't want to hear no excuses, especially the ones that do want to change and they're just mentally not strong enough. You can do it. And don't wait until the last minute. Don't wait until something's happening. Like, don't wait until you have a health problem. No, do it now so you can avoid these things in the future. It all depends on how you eat. It all depends on what you consume too. There's so many things in this in this world that is bad for you, like bad meat. Start eating organic. Start really doing these things for yourself. Yes, organic is more expensive, but if you can buy a bottle every weekend, you can buy healthy food. Just manage your money correctly, be responsible, and always remember your goal. Always remember why you did it. It's for the better good. It's for the better you. Oh my God, I forgot to say I would my best friend Alki, my best friend Hennessy. Let me tell you. Oh my God, I forgot to say my best friend X the CC. Yeah, I have my fair share of bad habits. But I have fun, let me tell you. In those moments, I had so much fun. My favorite one was marijuana. My second favorite one was ecstasy. I love me some ecstasy, but I love that I did it when they were natural, because now fentanyl is big. They even put it in marijuana now. So just make sure, like, please know who you're buying from, know these people. Like, I don't trust nobody. My trust issues is in the Bikini Bottom with SpongeBob under under his pineapple. You know what I'm saying? Is down low, because nowadays it's just getting worse. La droga se está poniendo más peor. And it's up to you to be strong, okay? I'm going to always say this. I probably said it like 10 times already. Be strong. It is all on you to be strong. You are walking in your own path. You make your own decisions. You are your choice maker. Now it's you could be under the influence. You could be around bad influences and you want to try it because you think it's cool. That's up to you. I did it too, but I thank God that I did it when it was pure. It was not like what's happening now. So yeah, I had fun. I had a ball, baby. I don't regret these things. No, no, no. I don't have no shame. But I'm glad that I stopped. I'm glad that I gave up on those things. I'm glad that I didn't give up on myself. I'd rather give up on these bad habits because I know what I want for myself. I know who I want to be in life and where I want to go, my direction, everything. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. I did. I had so much fun. I used to be a promoter for a yachts. Oh my God. I used to tell everybody I loved you. Mind you, I didn't love them. I was just like, I was so happy with myself in the moment. It was how it made me feel. I was like, hi, I love you. I love you. Oh my God, come here. You want some drink? Dad? I was so social. I'm so bubbly, still sober and friendly. But I was just so happy in these moments because it made me forget about my traumas. In the moment, it made me forget about what I was going through. But then when I woke up in the morning, no, it hit me like a truck. So it was just in the moment how la droga made me feel. So it is what it is. It is what it is, baby. I didn't look at it like a mental chaos when I quit. I treated it like a temporary chemical sickness that I'm actively healing from. If you understand what I'm saying, we heal. But that's what I had to do. I just, and I love my journey. I love how I did it. Yes, I did go back to it. I did go back to marijuana a couple of times. But the other ones, no, I didn't go back to it. When I stopped for good. But marijuana it was the hardest one. Marijuana and the grabba was hard. I even smoked cigarettes. When I used to do burgies, oh, I used to smoke so many cigarettes back to back, like chain smoke cigarettes. But I stopped cigarettes a long time ago. But the grabba is still nicotine, but worse. So did I really stop? No. I just stopped the Newports, like the packs. The grabba was the little baggies and it was already crushed up. But in the moments, these were like my best friends. That was my excuse. Like, yeah, this is helping me. But it really wasn't. It was digging me in a deeper hole. So when you know that for yourself, when you know that for your knowledge, however you do it, you gotta question yourself. Why are you doing this? How do you feel? What are you going through? Are you okay? No, you're not. You have to be very honest. You have to be very blunt with yourself. A lot of people think that it's it's just a good habit, and it's really not. Like when you understand that these things are not good habits, you'll want to change. You'll want better for yourself. A lot of people are hard headed and they just don't care. They're like, nah, I'm gonna die with this. I'm gonna be 6 feet under with me doing this. That's on you. A lot of people don't. A lot of people are so addicted to cigarettes. It's so much harder to let go of nicotine than it is marijuana. And it's really a part of your journey. I could only walk you to the water. I can't tell you to drink it. You have to drink it. You have to go through your challenges. You have to face them. You have to fight your demons and break through and know yourself. Know yourself in the outcome, Like see yourself, see how different you become. You have to feel that for yourself. I can't feel that for you. I feel it for me. That's why I'm expressing to you how I did it. But you got to do it yourself. It is what it is. Now, when I stopped the grabba, that was when my grandmother was dying. She caught tongue cancer, and I was her caregiver. I was the only one taking care of her, and it was 24 hours a day. Like I was living with her at the moment. This apartment was hers. I ended up renovating it, and it's so much more beautiful now. It was so bad before. And then she was a hoarder. So she had just so much garbage. I had to throw out so much stuff. At the time, she was really mad at me because she wanted to keep it. I didn't want it because I knew she was dying. She knew she was dying. She didn't want to let go of cigarettes. She did not let go of cigarettes while she had cancer. While she did her chemo, the chemotherapy and the radiation, she did it both. She did them both at the same, not the same time, but she did it both. Yeah, she did it both at the same time, but not in the same day. So she would do radiation like 4 times a week and then chemo once a week. So that's what, and she was old. That's really what killed her. But her cause was the cigarettes. She didn't want to stop smoking. And her tongue looked so bad. It was so swollen. She couldn't even swallow. So she had to just drink Ensure milk for the time being because that would give her protein. She got so skinny. I knew that she was going because 4 days before she died, she stopped smoking. She didn't want smoking no more. She didn't want no more cigarettes. So it was very challenging for me, but I was disgusted with myself because I was still doing grabba. I was still consuming grabba while she was sick. So I let it go. I let grabba go while she was sick, but then I went back to it after she died because I missed her. So that was my excuse to continue on doing it, to go back to it. But then I completely stopped one day and I was just like, no, this is not it for me because I kept waking up with like nasty phlegm. I didn't feel good. I was so down. Like my frequency was just low. My energy was low. I was not feeling like the positive sin. I wasn't feeling like, and then I was skinny, but I wasn't eating because the the graba and the marijuana together, I didn't have an appetite. I was just mourning my grandparents and my grandpa died too. So it was just a lot that I was dealing with, but me missing them, my grandpa smoked cigarettes too. But I had to mentally tell myself, like, no, this is a bad excuse. You still need to stop because I would have been a burden on myself if I would have continued doing these things because I knew mentally, I knew physically, I knew emotionally, everything. I knew that I really wanted to stop because I always wanted to stop. I didn't want to be so dependent on these things. So it was a challenge, and I'm glad that I finished that. I'm glad that I overcame it. I'm glad that I fought through it and have been sober since. And it's a good thing. I feel great. I feel active. I feel more confident. I feel like I don't need to be controlled by these things anymore. So you just feel so empowered and you feel like you could do so much positive things. Like if you could do all of these bad habits, like I said before, you can create good habits for yourself. I started eating healthy. I stopped eating junk. And yeah, sometimes I do eat chocolate, I love my sweets. But like I stopped eating McDonald's. I stopped vaping. I stopped doing so much things that when I'm on vacation, yeah, I could take a puff or two because that's nothing. I'm on vacation. But I don't drink no more. Just when I'm on vacation. The last thing that I stopped was vape. Vaping has lead in it. Vaping is so bad for you. But I just like me pulling it, you know? And me stopping marijuana and the grabba, it was a challenge. It was a really big challenge. So I was a little bit dependent on vapes. But now that I stopped, I feel great. I feel good. I feel like I feel like anything is possible. Like especially if you put your mind to it, you could do anything. You could really do it. So don't give up on yourself. Do not beat yourself up about it. It is totally normal. Everything that I said is totally normal. So always understand that. Just go through it. Just go through your phases and make sure you are doing things to distract you from you wanting to go back to that. Because everybody is fighting their two animals. Animal that wants better for yourself is supposed to win. So don't let your demons control you. Don't let the other animal that tries to bring you back take control. No, that is the devil's work, okay? God wants you to strive. God wants you to be empowered. God wants you to be better. God can only judge me. And God forgives. God knows what you're going through. God feels your pain. So just believe in Him, believe in yourself, and do better for yourself, okay? Don't ever give up on yourself. You are very important. You are the one. You can do it, all right? Nobody else can do this for you but you. So always understand that. And I will see you soon. I love you guys so much. Bye.